What is an array? There are times in programming where we must store many values, not just one or two. In these cases, it's not practical to assign a variable or identifier to every value. For example, let's say we want to write a program that will store a student's grades for the marking period. There are 15 assignments. Would you declare 15 different variables? Furthermore, if you had a total of 80 students, would you declare variables for each of them? We can see how it's extremely impractical to declare such a vast amount of variables and be able to keep track of them. More importantly, even if we did, what would happen the next marking period? Would you create 15 new variables? Would you delete all the values stored in the first 15 variables? An array is a type of object. An object has attributes and behaviors. For example, a car is an object because it has attributes like weight and color, and it has behaviors like drive and brake. This is very unlike a primitive data type which only has an attribute. We will learn more about objects later on, but for now, let's take a look at one type of object, an array. An array can help us in this grades scenario because it can hold and work with a list of values. They work similarly to a spreadsheet using rows and columns that store data in each box or compartment. Here's a visual of our grades array. Below, we have included 7 scores, but an array can be as long as we want. So here we have test score number 1 with an index value of 0, index value 1, 2, 3, 4. We have here a test score of 67, and the index value is 4. Here's the syntax for declaring an array. This is an array of integers. So we have int with square brackets, then y, which is the name of the array or identifier, equals new, int again, so these must match, and then we have square brackets, and inside the square brackets we have the number of compartments or boxes. So this array is 10 compartments long. Here's another way to declare an array with the square brackets after the array identifier z. So instead of having square brackets here, we could have them here. And in this case, we have a double. So this is an array of doubles that has 100 compartments. When arrays are declared using the new keyword, different data types are initialized with different values. Elements of type int are initialized to 0. Elements of type double are initialized to 0.0. Elements of type boolean are initialized to false. And elements of a reference type are initialized to the reference value null. Arrays may be declared with square brackets before or after the variable name as shown before. Be careful, however, when there are multiple declarations in the same line, such as below. Int a, comma b, these are both arrays. However, int c, square brackets, comma d, c is an array, however d is an int.